We have predicted, nagdesisyon na nga ang Senado regarding yung sa mga request for subpoena on the bank records, BIR, AMLAC, and all the other documents. Sinabi ko na noon pa, ito ang magiging resulta nito because this will not be decided on the legal side of it, but purely on political considerations. This will be divided along partisan lines. And it was. Ito si Attorney Michael Verario. Pag-usapan natin yan. Well, kanina lang, ito nga, nagdesisyon na ang Senado, ang impeachment court, na payagan na mag-issue ng subpoena at pabuksan lahat ng records ng ni Sara Duterte beginning up to the time nung siya ay Vice Mayor pa lamang. So kahit na hindi siya impeachable office, in-extend nila yon to interpret na kailangan daw malaman yung pattern ng kanyang transactions from 2007 para malaman kung meron nga siyang kapasidad na mamili, mag-acquire ng additional properties ng ganito, etc., etc. Well, we know exactly what happened. The fact of the matter is this, hindi maitatanggi ito ng prosecution, that from the time that they started yung impeachment complaint nito, they had nothing. And they have no particular evidence. They were working on hunches. Ang desire to get more evidence can only be satisfied through a subpoena through the impeachment court. This means na nung nag-submit sila ng impeachment complaint sa Senado, hindi pa kumpleto. Kulang-kulang pa ang kanilang impormasyon because they were not in possession of it. So now, ngayon na nakasampa na dito, kukuha sila ng mga ebidensya kasi wala namang specific kailan na yung mga transactions na ito nangyari, anong specific mga transactions ang gusto nilang silipin. It's a sweeping generalization of all the transactions. Lahat na yan bubusisiin nila kahit na wala na itong kinalaman sa impeachment. Hoping na pag binuksan ito, may makikita sila. Tapos pag walang nakita, ano sasabihin? Di wala. Diba? Or whatever it is that you see, ay kahit hindi kasama doon sa impeachment complaint, ngayon, bibigyan nila ng kulay ng politika. So that's the danger of this sanctity of the information that you have, pati yung mga bank transactions mo being violated for purposes such as this, yung fishing expedition. But we have already predicted this, na ganito ang mangyayari niyan. Because they have the majority, lahat na lang ng motion ng prosecution, eventually ay igagrant yan. Hoping nga na makakuha sila ng sapat na ebidensya para i-convict si Sara Duterte or not necessarily in impeachment court, but in the bar of public opinion. Masiraan nila ng gusto si Sara Duterte para lahat ng mga transaksyon na ito, gagamitin nila. Sabihin, yan, di ba, nagnakaw kasi may ganito, kasi may ganito. They are excited now, but may problema pa sila dyan. What if there is none that they can find? And the camp of Sara Duterte now can go to the Supreme Court as they have done in the past, yung sa unang impeachment. Kasi kung may malinaw na violation ng mga karapatan ni Sara Duterte at saka ni Mans Carpio sa sitwasyon na ito, which I think is the case, pwede talaga nilang i-challenge yung desisyon ng impeachment court. And that will involve filing a petition for certiorari against the impeachment court. The only question then, mag-i-issue ba ng temporary restraining order ang Supreme Court in this particular case? That remains to be seen. But whatever it is, we already know the outcome of this impeachment. Again, pagdating po sa bilang, there is no sufficient basis there is no sufficient number to impeach Sara Duterte. So this is all about, gimmickry. This is all about creating a public perception and destroying the image of Sara Duterte. Myth-tenderizer nga tawag ko dito bago dumating ang 2028, hoping na ma-divert ang atensyon ng taong bayan from lahat ng nakawa na nangyayari noon and even up to the present. Yung mga pang-aabuso sa karapatan ng mga tao, matakban nitong mga news, mga impormasyon tungkol dito sa impeachment. But I think many people are already aware of this. Marami na ang nakadinig nito, nasabihan na sila na ito ang dapat nating asahan dito sa impeachment court. Just like I said before, there is nothing na legal or constitutional that the majority number of the impeachment court can ever give to the people. This will all be about mga legal gymnastics, ika nga. This will be all show and a waste of public fund. But now we go to a second phase, a next phase of this impeachment proceedings, going to the next article. But I don't think they will be able to present it immediately kasi kukunin pa nila yung mga subpoena document. At ngayon pa lamang nila ito pag-aaralan at maghahanap pa lamang sila ng butas. Kaya nga dyan sinasabi ko na ito sa umpisa pa lang, mali na ito because ang assumption natin dyan, pag nag-transmit kanyan sa from the House to the Senate, ang assumption niyan ay alam nyo na kung ano ang contents ng inyong reklamo. Ngayon, lumalabas sa malinaw na yung pa lamang sila maghahanap ng kung ano yung kanilang reklamo, ano yung detalye ng kanilang reklamo. So I don't think that accurate yung sinasabi ni Chis Escudero na nalaman na nila yung meron na specificity, very specific daw yung detalye. I don't think in the motion meron specific details as to what are being requested. It is just all transactions from 2007 to 2024, a span of 17 years. How can that be very specific? But then again, we are not surprised. Itong gobyerno ito, wala naman talagang sorpresa dito. The BBM 13 will really do and execute kung ano yung gusto ng administrasyon. Hindi na sikreto yan. But at the end of the day, they still need 16. So, kayo pong lahat, magmasid lang tayo, makilahok tayo dito sa diskurso na ito. At patuloy tayo mag-aaral kasi mahirap talaga makialam ang taong walang alam. God bless you. God bless us all. Mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas. We are the resistance.